Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I wanted to share 5 tips for people who have to work during this pandemic. But let me start by just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. We honor you. You are awesome. We really appreciate the fact that even while all of us or many of us are enjoying the privilege of being home or working from home or not having to work and protecting ourselves, you guys are out there doing whatever it takes to help us be safe, to help provide for us. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So back to these 5 tips. First is address any underlying health issues with your employer. Many people, even though you're in positions where you're having to work right now, have underlying health issues that some of them can be, there are things that your employer may be able to do to help you. Maybe you're the frontline person and there's a possibility that they can put you in the back. Maybe you're a floor person, but there's a possibility that they can have you working on an office somewhere. Maybe there are additional protective equipment they can get for you. You don't know what your employer can or is willing to do unless you bring your concerns up to them. So if you have an underlying health issue, or if you have a concern, bring it up and give your employer the opportunity to do right by you. Give your employer the opportunity to help you, because right now we're all in this together. And as I'm hoping that you work for one of those really awesome employers that really wants all their employees to be safe, and they will do whatever they can or whatever they have to do, whatever is possible to help you. But unless you bring it up, you're not going to get the resources. So don't just sit back and worry about it or complain about it. So bring it up to your direct supervisor if you need to. Bring it up to the next level. Do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that your employer is aware of your concerns, is aware of your issues, and that they at least have the opportunity to help and address those issues. 2, use personal protective equipment whenever you can, as much as you can, wherever it is possible. I know there are probably positions where you may not be able to wear a mask. You may not be able to wear gloves. Those situations do exist, but when you are not in that situation, if you are in a position where you are able to wear protective health equipment, do it as much as possible, because 1, you're protecting yourself, and 2, you're protecting your family. When we're out there, when we're at work, we're exposed to everyone, and you don't know. I always tell people to treat it as, and that's not me, it's not a me thing, it's a general thing. Treat it as though everyone else is infected and you're not. So if everyone is infected and you're not, you're going to remember to do everything possible to keep yourself from getting whatever everyone else has, because you don't know who actually is infected. So make sure you're using as much personal protective equipment as you can, as is allowed, as is possible, feasible for the job that you're doing, for the position that you're in. And make sure, please use them right. Please use them correctly. Gloves don't mean you get to touch everything and then touch your face with gloves. So if you're going to use personal protective equipment, please make sure you're doing it correctly in a way that is actually protecting you. 3, set a routine with your family. When you're out there, again, you are exposed to a lot of different people. You don't know what those different people are breathing on you. You don't know what those other different people are bringing into your environment. Yes, that's always the case, but now it's even more important that we're a little bit more attentive to that stuff. So make sure that you set routines with your family, because things are different. Many people are coming home and having to completely undress before they can enter the home. So if you have a child, one of my friends actually has one of those kids. She has never seen her dad and not jumped on him. So anytime she sees her dad, her routine is, here's daddy, let's jump. But now they have to have a different routine. So especially if you have children, make sure that you set routines with your family so they understand what is going on. What are these changes that we have? Like right now, I'm one of those people, I do the Air 5. If you have children and I interact with you and your child is now aware of the Air 5, and they like the Air 5 because they got to jump. So find ways to, whatever routine you set, get your family involved. Get your family on board. That way they know, hey, I know maybe your spouse knows to keep the 3-year-old away from you. Maybe your spouse knows to, is going to bring some stuff outside, in the mudroom for you so that you can undress and go to the shower when you get home. Whatever, set a routine with your family and make sure you get them on board. 4, take advantage of your EAP. Most jobs have an employee assistance program that their employees are entitled to. So make sure you're taking advantage of that, especially right now when it's particularly for the people that have to work, that have to physically be at work. The stress level is so much higher than it is on a normal everyday basis. So those resources are there. Those resources are there to help you, especially in those high stress, high anxiety moments. So because you have them, you've earned them, and now you're doubly earning them by being out in the field and working. And thank you so much for being out there and working for us. But while you're out there, make sure that you're taking advantage of these resources that can help you manage the stress, help you develop coping skills, help you develop stress management, whatever it is that you may need. Reach out to your employee assistance program and use the benefit that you have already earned. Finally, make self-care a priority. Your stress level is going to be high. Your stress level is higher than normal. That's pretty much the case for most of us. So make sure that you are prioritizing self-care, because self-care is how you keep your body from completely losing it while the world around you is doing what it is doing right now. Make sure that you're eating well, that you're sleeping well, that you're at least getting some sleep, that you're getting some exercise, whatever self-care stuff that you need to do for you, make sure you're doing it, because right now, because of the elevated stress level, you are asking a lot of your body. So you need to be taking care of it so that it can produce and deliver all that you are asking. Let's do a quick recap. I feel that was really long. 1, address any and all underlying health issues with your employer. Give them an opportunity to help. 2, use the personal protective health equipment whenever possible or as much as possible, whatever your job and your situation allows. Set routines with your family, because a lot of people's routines have changed. So make sure you create routines and share them with your family, particularly if you have children. Make sure that everyone is aware and on board with the new routine. 4, take advantage of EAP benefits, your employee assistance program, because, hey, they can help you with the extra stress that you're dealing with. And finally, make self-care a priority, because right now you're asking a lot of your body, and it's important that you are doing and taking care of it so that it can deliver for you. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please take some time, reach out and get help. Even right now, when a lot of things are closed, professionals like myself provide remote services. So figure out who those people are in your community so that you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.